Organic agriculture promotes diversity.
We are looking at the health now of the soil, health of the plant, ecology as a principle of organic agriculture.
This is now our ecosystem zone where everything in terms of plants and trees are incorporated in the same piece of land.
My name is Francis Nsanga and I'm the project manager of the Knowledge Hub for Organic Agriculture in Eastern Africa. The Knowledge Hub for Organic Agriculture in Eastern Africa is part of the KHEA project, which is Knowledge Center for Organic Agriculture in Africa, which is a continental-wide project. So in Eastern Africa, the Knowledge Hub is being coordinated by Vision Africa Trust and PELUM Uganda.
The project is looking at a collection of validation of organic agriculture knowledge, but then after the collection we need to disseminate. We disseminate and then do capacity building, and then lastly the third one is we are looking at a networking.
In this project we use what we call the ToToF approach. The ToToF approach is the training of teams of facilitators, ToToF. Now that approach helps us to come from the regional level to the country level to the farmer community level.
And that approach is a chain of how knowledge is transferred from various people to the farmers. And as a master trainer, I train at regional level.
Those are fellows who are agronomists. They are experienced in agriculture. They have done some organic work already. They are training farmers at their countries, in their countries. And so we asked the 4 countries to select 6 individuals they are aware are very good at agriculture, and then we just sharpen their ideas. And then those make the master trainers category.
KHEA project, this is the Knowledge Center for Organic Agriculture in Africa. It's under the Knowledge Hub for Organic Agriculture in Eastern Africa. So under the Eastern African Hub. And knowing KHEA was through my local organization. It picked me to be trained as a multiplier under the project of KHEA.
And the role of multipliers is to transfer the knowledge from the master trainers to the farmers. And the job of farmers is to use the knowledge to improve their livelihoods. Each master trainer is supposed to have 60 multipliers. And each of the 60 multipliers is supposed to have 50 farmers. And the farmers are supposed to use the knowledge at their households to improve their livelihoods.
When it comes to organic agriculture, I have passion in it. I feel blessed when I'm teaching to my people. I feel I'm teaching something that is fruitful.
Nali sinagenda mu musomo gwa organic agriculture, nali nga nkozesa chemicals zino ze batunda mu butale, nga ebintu byange bwe birwala nga ngenda n'engula kadagala n'endeeta n'enteeka mu bbomba n'empisaako. Ebintu bye nafuuyiranga byabanga bivaamu naye ng'oluusi tutuuka okubiryanga eddagala likyaliko. Eddagala eryo terimala gaggwamu, lirwamu.
The chemicals those zaali expensive, ate nga bw'otoofuuyire tojja kufunamu. Ekyo kyekizibu ekyaliwo. Kati nga ogenda kwesanga omuntu bw'oba olima nga tolina ssente, ojja kuba nga tolina kyokola ki kyojjamu.
Okufuuyira okwo kwandeetera ekifu ku maaso na buli kati era kigira ne kinnumba. Nendako okusanyala engalo zino kuba eddagala nalikwatangamu. Niwe kuba nali nyinako kwa idea y'eddagala eryo nakitegeera.
Organic farming first and foremost looks at the health of the people. Then too looks at the health of the soil and the environment itself. Then the other aspect is cost effective, being the use of natural or organic or the materials that are within the farm.
Mu training eya KHEA twayiga bino, twayiga okukola manure, twayiga okusimba emiti egikuuma obutonde, twayiga okulunda ebisolo ebyaffe naddala binnansi,
twayiga okumanya nti eriyo obutale obutunda ebirime ebyorganic nga multiplier natendekebwa okukomawo ntendeke abantu 100.
Twafuna okumanyisibwa okuva omwami Gali wango nga ava mu kibiina kya African 2000 n'atutegeeza nga we twali tufunye akakisa ak'okuyiga ku organic engeri gye tusobola okuzzaamu obutonde. Bwe nayiga organic nakizuula nti nalina okulunda, ate bwe nakizuula nti nalina okulunda sayina kulunda mu nnunda eri eyaffe ey'edda gye twazimbanga ebiyumba obumyu n'obusuula n'obukasukamu ne busima ne bukola ki. Nayiga nti nalina okuteekateeka obulungi ebiyumba n'enteekako engogo obulungi okusobola okulembeka omusulo n'obusa bw'obumyu kubanga byonna bigimusa. Kati mu musulo gw'obumyu obwo nayiga nti nsobola okukolamu pesticide ate mu kiseera kyekimu nenkolamu n'ekigimusa kubanga bwe nkwata omusulo gw'obumyu nengattamu ekimyula nengattamu kamulali nengattamu galiki nkamulamu pesticide oba eddagala erita obuwuka nenfuuyira ku birime ne birabika obulungi. Ate omusulo gw'obumyu gwennyini bwe ngattamu n'obusa bw'ente automatically kiba kigimusa kyensobola era n'okufuuyiza nga nkisengejeza obulungi. Kati guno omusulo gw'obumyu okusobola okugukuŋŋaanya obungi nti mu wiikisi 2 mba nina ebidomola 2 era byebidomola 2 nti we mba mbigasseemu kamulali ekimyula ne galiki nsobola okubitereka okumala ennaku 14 nenfuuyira era ebirime byange ne bisobola okulabika obulungi.
So inside here in the greenhouse is where we also do seedling production for different vegetables like sukuma wiki, green pepper, tomatoes, eggplants. So after that, we take them to the main field. So even the learners, the farmers, when they come here, we do train them, and after they've been trained inside how they prepare their seeds, then they are also taken to the main garden to see the spacing. So from here, we are going to the main garden. So where we are now is the plantation area, and here we are practicing agroforestry. And when you talk about agroforestry, we are looking at planting trees with other crops. So trees here are interplanted with a number of varieties of crops. We have bananas, we have vegetables, then we have even those enriching herbs. Then the fodder also is also there. We have lablab around. So this is now our ecosystem zone, where everything in terms of plants and trees are incorporated in the same piece of land. So because our model garden or demonstration garden looks at giving farmers knowledge, so what do farmers here learn a lot of things, because here we have the labs, I mean the hubs where we make the pesticides themselves. So over here I'm showing you Teflosia. So Teflosia is a very important herb that we use in making biopesticides that helps us to kill all pests and insects that are soft-bodied. So over this side, we have marigold. Because of its smell nature, it is a repellent that when you spray it on the plants, it repels all there would be poisonous insects that would be damaging the plants.
Now, as a multiplier, I have now this knowledge to teach my farmers, to let them know that no, if a banana cannot survive there, it's not artificial science. It is about the soil. How can I feed the soil for the soil to feed the plant? That's just the equation.
Ebirime bino nga bwe biri wano byonna nkozesa nkola ya organic farming. Eno ntula ya green yine etandise okubala, etandise okumulisa mu bbanga ttono tugenda kuba tuginoga. Ono sukuma wiki byonna tuli ku nkola ya organic farming. Kuno okubikka kunnyambako okukuumira amazzi mu ttaka nembeerawo nga sifukirira buli kiseera. Ono sweet pepper byonna tuzze tubikola ku nkola ya organic farming. Tuzze tukozesa organic nga bwe mumulaba, natabula ttaka nakavundira yenna ne mukola bulungi ebimera byange ne mbisimbamu. Eno enkola ebintu byange mbiteeka wano nti wano eno nundirawo mbizzi. Kati twakola automatic system ey'amazzi, amazzi gonna agafisse embizzi ge zinywedde nga kulukutiramu wano, nteekawo ebikuta, nteekawo obusa bw'enkoko, buli kimu kyonna nkissaawo wano wenzigya manuwa wange oba ngenda kusimba n'entabulamu ettaka n'ensimba.
I'm so glad that I'm among those youths who trained to do organic farming. I have to say, when we finished training, we are very much eager to start using the knowledge that we have got. So we started a demonstration garden, which is our very first garden. We wanted to prove. We grew tomatoes. This is our garden here. But as a way of wanting to find out the difference between what we have learned and the other means we have been using to do farming, we divided our garden. Like, we made one part and made sure we are going to use what we have learned, the organic ways of farming, and then the other part we keep using these other artificial means that we have been using. It's now a month or less, it is coming to a month. We now have started registering the differences. This is a good testimony because I already feel the energy. I already see the positive things like the growth rate, the performance of the plant is very good and it is looking healthy. It is giving me energy as a farmer. So right now I wanted to show you the difference now I have noticed already between using these organic fertilizers, because I applied it here and I want to show you where I did not apply it. This is the other side of the garden, and you can see from here, from this plant, this is where we used other chemicals which are not organic. And remember, we planted all these at the same time. So now you can compare.
You see, from its inception, we did a baseline, and the baseline results showed that the youth are not involved in this kind of farming, the organic agriculture farming. The project has a target, to involve the youth. So we found it easier for us to get into organized groups of youth, and we're looking at now the schools. Why the schools? Because they have a multiplier effect, but also we need to encourage the youth to learn this kind of farming.
I came to know about agroecology through PELUM and KHEA, that is Knowledge Hub for Organic Farming in East Africa. And how did I come in? That's when they invited me and introduced me to one of the projects that they were developing, and that was a school debate, inter-school debate. And my school, Grace High School, was to be part, and even other schools from different regions around.
My first time to hear about organic farming or organic agriculture, it was when we participated in the inter-school competition debate about agroecology can sustain food security and nutrition. Then as we were debating, and after debating, I got to know the idea that agroecology was more better than the other farming practices. I decided that my uncle is a farmer. We have a piece of land home. We grow only one crop there. But in organic farming, it tells us don't grow one crop. At least you can mix in there.
And they brought those people of PELUM and KHEA brought in the concept of agroecology. I was touched, but if the school wasn't touched and also was doing organic farming, I would not be doing it right now. But we do it from home and even at school.
When I happened to go back home during the holiday season, at that place we don't have a lot of land that we're going to carry out this conventional farming. Then happened to open the eyes of my mom, and I was like, Mom, do you know that you can carry out farming on this small piece of land? You can carry out agriculture, which is not expensive, in that the fertilizer, you don't need to go to waste a lot of money in buying fertilizers. I tried explaining it to my mom, and she was like buying it.
As we participated in the inter-school competition debates about agroecology and the use of organic farming, we are told to visit different websites. Like here, I'm going to use Infonet Biovision. Infonet Biovision, it's like if you want to know about plant health, you can come and click here about plants. Human health, it's also there. Animal health is there. Environment health is also there.
When you look at the youth, you know, they like using these social media platforms, they like the WhatsApping. And now, you know, when you tap youth through that angle, where you provide these digital platforms, for example, Biovision Infonet, we have Access Agriculture, then we have Afra Organic Manual. So we think the youth can easily get this information, read, internalize, and then be able to put it to use.
Ebintu byali bibi nnyo kubanga nga ojjeko okubeera n'ettaka lino lyonna eriweza acres 10. Nze nalina pikipiki nga ndi muvuzi wa boda boda. Era nga bwe mmala okunnyuka olw'eggulu nga nnoonya we batunda ekiwagu ky'ettooke oba omulengo gwa lumonde nga nsiba ku pikipiki okuleetera abantu bange tulye. Weewuunye bwe natandika okufuna emisomo gino, bannange kaakati wendi nze mutunzi w'emmere bagikima wano sikyatambula, ne pikipiki gye nnina ennyambako okutwala mmere yange mu trading center. Sinakindi n'okuba nti neefunira n'ekifo ate wenteekera ddala mu tawuni nga wange wentundira emmere yange eno. Era mu bimu ku birooto byange bye najja ntuukako naganja kuva ne ku pikipiki eno neegulire emmotoka. Wakati mu kubeera nti nzize nkola emirimu egyo egy'enjawulo nga nnima, wenjogerera naakagula emmotoka yange ejja mu kiseera mu nfuna yange amazima nga nange mpulira njeyagaliramu. Era najja nga nkyogera nga nkigamba ne bakama bange, kubanga ne master trainer waffe yatugamba nti bwe mulima nabw'oba olima eyiika y'olusuku oyinza okumala emyaka 3 ng'olina emmotoka yonkituukiriza.
So when I came to know about it, immediately I came at the ground before even training others. I came and trained my family. I came here with pleasure. What I was eagerly wanting to know, to tell my dad that I've really learned a lot in organic agriculture, because we've been in agriculture, but we were not really doing the right thing. I went in the training. Really, I saw different things and which are possible to do, which don't require a lot of money.
We had workshops in some places where we sell our hot pepper. They told us that if we continue using inorganic fertilizers and inorganic pesticides, our hot pepper will not be allowed in the world market. So that's why I thank PELUM Uganda for teaching us to use organic fertilizers, both to restore the environment and our soils, and for our good health.
The farmers have now come to know that it is possible to make organic manure and all the other organic inputs, and they have actually come together. For every farmer group we've empowered, they have come together to at least do one thing: either produce organic inputs or be able to create a PGS group, participatory guarantee system group, that can now produce a certain value chain. Value chain is a crop. Maybe they are producing a vegetable or a fruit or something, and then they sell it to a market with a better price when it is well packaged.
What has worked in this project, I could term first of all the 3. 1, first and foremost, we are able to network. We are able to network, and we are able to really market ourselves, market our products, and really people are calling. Like the other market in Abaita, Babiri, that is in Entebbe. So those people are always calling and they are requesting for some products which are organic. So which means this project is doing well.
What has worked well in this practice, one of them is much of the inputs we recycle. So the principles of now organic agriculture looks at recycling, then looks at diversity. So in diversifying, we've seen that I see what is happening to me. Like where you are seeing me standing, I have green pepper, I have eggplant, I have onions, I have sukuma. So you see, you have diversity of crops because organic agriculture promotes diversity.
It's not been long after training, but I've really registered a lot of positive things. People are producing hot pepper organically. People are producing tomatoes organically. People are planning to pack manure, organic manure. That is money. And they are planning to teach others, as I've already said that we are going to put here a young farmer training center. That is really good. I'm really happy for that and blessed.
Now, what has worked is being able to add value to the knowledge I had to be able to produce a product, an acceptable organic agriculture product.
In the other garden where after digging the shallow well, I was able to plant there carrots and then onions, tomatoes, and then eggplants. So after the sales, I could really target during dry season when the farmers have no food and they are yearning for those things. I got some money from that, and then I was able to save with my wife, and then we were able to now to see that we can start that construction.
I have been able to reach many people I could not reach under my organization. And I feel I am national, I can cover national. I have multipliers nationwide from different districts. But before that wasn't the case, I used also only to stay in central Uganda.
So since 2019 when we started, we have trained 24 master trainers. We have trained almost 1,400 multipliers at country level. And we have trained in excess of 2,000 farmers. But our target is 25,000. Okay, so that target of course is small when you look at the number of people in the region, but what we are saying is that those are our direct contacts. We have contacted you directly, we have empowered you for 5 days, and you have the knowledge. Now the ripple effect from you is something that we'll now be finding out through our analysis and research and evaluation to know how many more have our farmers actually impacted.